Hi, and welcome to our Christmas edition of Michelle Creations. Today we are going to make one of our little gnomes that we've been making. We've made several. I might have an addiction to them. They're so stinking cute. We're going to actually make one today out of resin-crete so that we can paint this. The top of this hat's pretty cute. But it's not a true, I wouldn't call that a Santa red. It's more of a burgundy red. So we're going to see if we can pour it in resin-crete like we did our moose and our snowman and the little unicorn. And then paint the hat and his nose, and his beard should come out white because of the resin-crete. So we're going to give that a shot, see what happens, and then we're going to turn this little fella into Santa Claus. And then we're going to give something away at the end of the video. So hang tight. We're going to mix up some resin-crete. And resin-crete gets mixed up 10 to 3, base to water. And it says it's supposed to be unmoldable in about 35 minutes. But we're going to let this set overnight. And then I will put a glaze on top of it so that the color, the paint sticks better to the piece. All right, we're gonna put you on a quick fast forward while I mix this up. So these have had overnight to cure. This is just extra. Oh my gosh. The detail that that stuff picks up is, and it just amazes me. It picked up all the details of that little sunflower. All right, very cool. Holy crud. That's really heavy. Ended up one little bubble right there. It's gonna be okay, we're gonna hide that. He's super cool. Golly, that's heavy. I'm gonna have to put that on the scale here in a minute and figure out how heavy that is. A little bit of cleanup around the edges. You can see that lip there. But that's super easy to do on resin-crete. All right. We are going to let these fully cure, and then we are going to give them a coat of dragon glaze to seal them so that we can paint. The paint adheres a lot better if you seal it first. Oops and giggles, I want to see exactly how big this baby boy is. So I think they're 5.5, 6.5 inches tall. Yeah, 5.5 inches approximately. This is what I want to see. So, oops. Here's one of our normal ones made of resin. 6.69 ounces. Here's our resin-crete. 12.39 4 12.34. He's so heavy. I guess this is, I mean, I'm assuming this is like concrete, so admit that, you know, now that I say that out loud, it makes sense. But holy cow, he's a big boy. All right. Quit horsing around, Kathy. Let's get some dragon glaze on these bad boys. So, my bottle's almost new, so I can get away with this. If it was low, I would not be able to get away with this. We're just going to simply paint it on. And I'm going to do the sunflower too. You want to try and not get brush strokes, so make sure you even out your brush strokes. Otherwise you will see that through the paint. So I should have probably did this part first, but I want to take this edge off the bottom. So I'm just going to go around with an old pair of scissors and just take as much of that as I can off. With brute force, which it doesn't take a lot of. And then we're just going to take a nail file and file it the rest of the way down to where we want it. Now that our Santa is done, I'm going to go ahead and paint our little... Oh shoot, that's the wrong color. Stand by. Try again. Oh my goodness, that's the piece that's going to go in them. It's going to go down those cracks too, but I didn't want it in the middle. So, oh well. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this whole snowflake. Oh my gosh. It's already been a long day. So this marker to me looks like it's kind of a yellowish color. I can see when it's against an actual yellow, it's got a little more of a greenish tint. This looks super green to me. But I don't have a brown, and I don't want to dig out my paints for it, so we are just simply going to make it work. Alright, I was going to go ahead and dig out my yellow paints and paint in between those, but I kind of like it the way it is. To me it looks kind of like highlights. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to varnish this, and we'll come back with Santa. What I've done is I measured around our little guy. Okay, so I forgot to apologize. I painted his hat, and apparently it did not record like I thought it did, so you missed that. But all I did was take some red acrylic paint, and I gave this about 3 layers because I wanted it really nice and dark, really nice colored red. And as I painted it, it filled in that little hole that we had there, and then we had a couple tiny little pinholes here on his beard, and those have mostly filled in too. I had to paint white on these after all because I was a slob when I painted the red and ended up down on his beard. So we painted the hat, painted the beard, and then you saw me paint his nose as well. So that was what happened. That's how you missed the hat. So I apologize, but it's just me painting on it. So, all right, now for the fluff. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take some E6000 so we don't have to worry about this ever coming off. Whoops. And I always start in the back. So, and I'm just gonna dab this on there around the edge. You could also hot glue it. Hot glue would work for sure. And then I like to put it just under the brim, just so that in case I did have any oopsies, it's going to cover that area between here and there. We're going to go over the top of his nose and all the way around. So now we have this. We're gonna just fold it in half and bunch the ends together. Get that off of our little guy. And then I'm gonna take, I got fluff on my glue. I'm gonna take some E6000 and put a dollop all around the tip of his hat. And I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna make a mess of it. I'm going to smush it on there, and I'm probably going to get it all over my fingers. but you want those ends to get good and gluey so that it doesn't unravel if they're on his head. That will do it. When it was done painting, I did go ahead and I took a can of clear spray paint and spray painted all of it. I got glue on this side of him, dang it. But I coated him in a clear acrylic spray paint just to seal all the paint in so that none of that comes off. And I used a satin finish because I wanted mine nice and glossy. And just like that, we're all done. All right, and his little nub on his ball, or his little ball on his hat. Get over there. There we go. Nice and fluffy. He's so cute. So that does it for this little guy. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Our giveaway today is the mold for this guy. So this is a brand new one I just took out of the packaging. I have one that's in packaging. This is what we're going to give away today. So if you would like to win one, or the opportunity to win one, go down in the comments and leave me a Christmas emoji. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's perfectly fine. You can leave me one for winter. Leave me a snowflake or a snowman or something like that. Just leave me an emoji down in the bottom. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. For those of you that celebrate, for those of you that don't, I hope you have a fantastic day. That's it. I don't know if we'll be back before New Year's. I do have a Temu haul, so maybe we'll just do that instead of a video like this. I am on break since I work at a school system, and I'd like to spend some time with my family. So I probably won't be doing another craft before the new year, but when we do come back, I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support this year. And I can't wait to see what 2025 brings us. And we will see you next time. Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye-bye.